Hi everyone, so today I'm back again with another little top tip and trick for anybody starting off as a beginner in flower arranging. So maybe you haven't watched all our previous tutorials. There's lots of them free and available right across social media. All you have to do is search the @ Case Flower School and the hashtag Case Flower School Live. But in previous tutorials I have shown you how to cut your oases and using little saucers from the back of your kitchen cupboards or presses, and how to use a candle holder and add a candle. And in other tutorials I've shown you how to use the little kebab sticks on the end of your candle for adding. But I've had lots of messages in the meantime about a thicker candle. So here I have a thicker candle. We'll just move this to one side. So with a thicker candle you could use the kebab sticks that I have used on the narrow candle, just to use a lot more of them. But if there's any of you out there, and maybe if you go into art and craft shops, you can buy some lollipop sticks. Or these are actually waxing sticks. So anybody who's going to their local beautician, maybe you could get a few extra sticks off them. So what I'm going to get you to do is cut them in half. Now the ends of these sticks are kind of rounded at the end, so they'll insert into the floral foam, no bother at all. But just a little tip for you is if you actually cut the end of the lollipop stick into a triangle, you see like what I've done there, into a little spike, it'll go into the floral foam a lot easier and it's more secure. So again, cut your lollipop stick in half and then point the end of it. Obviously you're going to get 2 pieces out of your lollipop stick, and it'll definitely take 3 of these sticks, these wide ones, but it may take 4, okay? So I'll just have the 4 ready to be on the safe side. So there's our 4 little sticks. You think now I was building a picket fence there, you can see all our little bits of sticks ready to put up that fence, okay? So then you get the end of your candle. So here we go, end of the candle, and I recommend to use sellotape at this stage. So just take up 1 piece of stick, place it on the end of your candle, and if you use a little bit of sellotape, now the sellotape doesn't have to go all the way around the candle, just use a small little bit of sellotape just to secure it in place. And then move around the candle, it's up to you, you know what I mean, how much space, because you can put 3 or 4 on. Place the second one, and again, secure that without sticking to your own nails. So there we go, stick that piece onto the table, we go again, and stick that piece securely around. And if it overlaps the previous one, that's grand, it's not part of the plan. And then move around another little bit, get your third one. And again, exactly the same idea, so a little bit of anchor tape, and sellotape, and strap it on, straighten up. I wouldn't get a job at building fences, I have to say. A little bit crooked on my fences, but we're getting the idea. You can see there I used a second piece of sellotape, it's fine. And then around the far side, we're going to use the 4th piece. But I probably would have got away with 3 now, to be on the safe side. So again, we'll put on, and again it's stuck to the nails. This is the pandemic is over and the nails are back on. So there we go, and we'll secure that one on. Stick it again to my own nail. So I'm just going to put a second piece of sellotape across that, you know me, to be fucking well sure. So there we have our 4 little sticks. Now the sellotape is no good on its own, because sellotape, once it gets wet, you know, when you stick that down into your floral foam, once it gets wet, the sellotape will disappear. So because I don't trust the sellotape on its own, I'm now going to secure it in place with the anchor tape. So as close to the end of the candle as possible. Depends on the end of the candle, sometimes it goes tapered, so judge it yourself. Place it on the anchor tape, okay, and pull it nice and tight, you know, that way, pull it really tight, stretch it around, okay, and then pull it again, stretch it around, and around now to where I started. But I'm going to go over it a second time, but to keep it neat, try and keep on the same line. So again, stretch and wrap it around. Don't just let it wrap around like a bandage, you know what I mean? Pull it tight, okay? We're going to stop the blood. So there we are around the second time, and you know me, to be feckin' well sure. So we'll go back around again. So pull it nice and tight, there we go, nice and tight. Keep it as neat as you possibly can. And I think I'm around to the 3rd time, I think I am anyway. So I'm going to cut off our tape, there we go, and then press that down. Now the thing about the anchor tape is that's waterproof, so that's why it's important to have the anchor tape on. And I didn't use the anchor tape at the beginning because you've seen with the sellotape I often had to put a second piece on and so on, and the sellotape's coming up a little bit higher on the sticks. I know I could have used a wider anchor tape, but it's less, you know, it's not as obvious and it'll be easier to camouflage. So then you have your oasis container, your oasis secured into your container, and you'll see that, you know what I mean, in the previous tutorial. So again, find a little spot there that your stick is not going down into the anchor tape, and with your 2 hands really secure press it down into it, and you can see the way the anchor tape now is hitting the floral foam. So of course, yeah, it's going to get a little bit wet, but as I said, it's waterproof, and especially because we went around. And what you can then do is make your flower arrangement, put in your foliage and flowers. Make sure that the foliage up around the edge, you know what I mean, of the candle here, around the bottom part of it, stand a few short little pieces coming up to camouflage the sellotape and the little bit of the sticks that's showing, and after that you'll be absolutely flying. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. My name is Jeanette and I'm from Case Flower School, and I'd really appreciate if you followed us across all our social media platforms, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, TikTok, you name it, we're probably on it. And again, if you search the hashtag Case Flower School, you'll be able to find us. A lot of materials we do have for sale on our website, flowerschoolisland.com.